Welcome back to Better Preparedness. This episode is about how to use motorcycle taxis more safely. I'm here in Kampala, Uganda right now because I'm doing a trek to climb the third highest peak in Africa called Margarita Peak. It's on Mount Stanley. It's at 5,109 meters. I'll put links to that down below. In a lot of countries, the standard type of taxi could actually be a motorcycle. Here they're called Boda Bodas, and they're a dime a dozen. They're just everywhere. There's actually just probably a little bit too much. But this episode is about how to use motorcycle taxis, well, more safely. If you're into Better Preparedness Made Easy, click that subscribe button, click that little bell icon so you're notified. And if you like the video, click the like button. Kampala is known for pretty hectic traffic. There's kind of two ways to get around it. There's by car taxi, but that's going to be slow. You're going to be sitting in traffic for a long time just to travel a few kilometers. Motorcycle taxis, ultimately the best, safest way to use them is probably not to use them. But if you kind of have no choice, or that's the way you go about it, well, let's look at these opportunities. Here in Kampala, they have an app called Safe Boda, and you could download it. And it works a bit like Uber, but you can also pay by cash at your destination. And the hotel, for example, used their app to call me a Safe Boda yesterday to go from here near the Sheraton, I'm actually staying across the street from the Sheraton, to the Uganda Museum. 4.5 kilometers, very busy traffic. I think it was around lunchtime, so the roads were busy as usual, but that's kind of the going thing for Kampala. The Boda Boda arrived, the person had a safety vest on, and we traveled the 4.5 kilometers to get to the Uganda Museum. It was fascinating. I'm going to put a link to Scenes from Earth. That's another YouTube channel I have, and where you get to actually get the full account. I was wearing a GoPro on my head, and you'll get the full account of that trip. Fascinating, just pretty crazy. I'll put a link up above. I want to talk to you about some tips to be safe whenever you ride a motorcycle taxi. First of all, you can never discount. Bring a helmet. If you live somewhere where you ride these taxis, bring a helmet. Why not, right? To your head. Generally, just use it in daytime. Don't use these things at nighttime. There's things happen at nighttime and can be a bit more risky. I think if you're having to depend on it, well, hopefully it's a very safe place. You feel very safe doing it. Consider using an app if there is one. That can lead to more accountability. You don't just have some first timer. Hopefully this person, you actually may have their name on the app and a bit of accountability if something goes wrong. Hold on tight with both hands. Maybe this is a kind of a duh moment, but they may accelerate, they may brake, they may turn. Hold on with both hands. If you're wearing a backpack, probably put it on your front so that you're in full knowledge of what's happening with that backpack in terms of snatch and grabs. If there's a traffic slowdown and you had some bad guy beside you, well, if you've got easy hanging fruit, they may pick that fruit. If the Boda Boda driver, the motorcycle taxi driver, has intact arms and elbows, well, my tip, keep your arms, your knees, and tucked in as much as they do, because that's what they're calculating. When they're swerving through traffic, as you'll have seen in the video that I recorded, they're really not going to put their elbows and their knees at risk. So tuck yours in. So especially if you're leaving a bit, especially in stopped traffic, you want to make sure you don't hit your head on a rearview mirror of a truck or hit your elbows or knees. So tuck everything in. Maybe this is a bit of an ageist thing, but maybe an older, slightly older, middle-aged Boda Boda driver is more safer because they've been around the block more times than a young one who's maybe going for it and a bit more, maybe could be more reckless. Again, your call. Think about the motorcycle you're about to embark on. Is it a very old one? Is it leaking fluids or whatever it is? Take a look. If it looks unsafe, well, don't get on it. So choose one that looks like it's in pretty good shape. Like does it have good tires? You can kind of do a quick scan before you embark on this Boda Boda, for example. If you feel the person's going too quickly, well, ask them to slow down. Be polite. You can maybe do a hand motion if you want them to slow down a bit. Maybe they think you're in a rush and they're really trying to impress you. So if you feel that they're going just too quickly, tell them to slow down. Or if they're going through a traffic light, well, ask them to stop at the traffic lights. It's your safety, so be proactive about it. You can also introduce yourself before you get on. That creates a bit of a human link So maybe you're not just another rider, you're actually a human to them. I think that's nice. It's kind of nice in general if you get into a taxi and you're asking them to take care of your safety. So hey, why not introduce yourself and be polite, be nice to people. If they do a good job of getting you where you're getting, quite often you're paying peanuts. The trip that I used yesterday to go to the Uganda Museum, the fare, when he looked it up, because he looked it up on the app at the end of the trip, the equivalent of 75 cents US. And think of the fuel, think of the fact this person probably doesn't even own the bike, so they're probably renting the bike. Go big, tip them pretty heavily. Hey, that money's going to go a long way. Thank you.
Okay.
What is your name?
Dembe.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for the ride.
Nice to meet you. Okay.
How much do I...
2,000.
2,000. I hope this helps. Be mindful of your safety, be logical, and be careful. If it doesn't feel safe, you could even get off and ask them to stop and say, you know what, let's cut it right here, and I'll pay you for the trip so far. Thanks for your services, and maybe consider walking or getting a different one. I hope this episode helped you. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the footage I put of this Boda Boda and wherever it is you're traveling. Okay, thanks for watching Better Preparedness. Click that subscribe button and a little bell icon so you get notified. Click that like button as well, and make sure you're better prepared. Better preparedness is about those easy opportunities we have to be proactive and safer in life. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another episode.